What's up? Oh yeah, I forgot. You guys are here. You folks who are for some strange reason still subscribed to my channel. I'm as you guys caught me reading the Toe Jam and Earl Back in the Groove instruction manual. This is, of course, the one that came with the limited run version that I, for some reason, found at a Best Buy. I don't even know how I did, but it was it was one of the last things that I bought at the Best Buy that was near me. But enough of that. Hey guys, Brady here. Reason that I'm not even gonna come up with the perfect reason as to why you guys haven't seen me for a while. Plus, you guys don't even care. I literally posted a Let's Play video. Started my first Let's Play, as I'm going backwards in the Kirby series, but whatever. It's totally fine. These guys gotta deal with it. But seriously, I can't come up with a reason because there is no reason. There's just nothing. School's starting in a few days, next week actually. And I gotta get a video out. And this is the movie review that I promised I would get out beforehand. You know, like that's the thing. So please, for the love of God, be patient, guys. I only make videos whenever I friggin' feel like it. You guys think that I'm a daily uploader. Nope. None of that. But enough with that. Let's just move on. Because I'm sure you guys are kind of curious as to what I'm going to talk about today. Disney. I'm not going to be talking about the live-action remakes. I'll save those for a movie vlog if I ever plan on bringing those back, which I probably will, since nobody paid attention to the Halloween one, which I didn't even know what I was thinking comparing Mario to Venom, but whatever. It was two dark films pitted against each other. Well, whatevs. What can you really say about Disney? They got some classics under their belt, but they also have some blunders under their belt. They've written some of the most insanely great characters of all time, yet they've written some of the most annoying characters of all time. They have a lot of these amazing franchises, except the fact that they're an evil corporate monster who gobbles up every single company that they can. For example, Marvel, Star Wars, and 20th Century Fox. We are all aware of this, along with Blue Sky. Next, they're probably going to deal with Paramount, but Paramount is millions of dollars. Before you know it, they'll take Google. Well, whatever. Everybody knows the hand-drawn films. Of course, you have the Peter Pans, you got the Aladdins, you got the Cinderellas, the Snow Whites, Beauty and the Beasts, Lion Kings, the Black Cauldrons. You got the CG stuff, you got the Toy Stories, the Bugs Lifes, the Ratatouilles, the Incredibles, and the Lucas, and all that jazz. Even coming out with a new recent film, Turning Red, I think it's called. I don't know. But the CG department didn't always start out perfect, that is, until Chicken Little came along. Now, let me tell you this, folks. I've referenced this several millions of times in my older videos, even praising it as one of my favorite childhood films of all time, even though I can totally understand why it has at least 30-ish% on Rotten Tomatoes, which is way too short of a percentage, even lower than the Angry Birds movie, but higher than Space Jam 2, but then again, that's to be expected. And I liked Space Jam 2, so go screw yourselves if you hate Space Jam 2. But, Chicken Little's a weird case, you know? Because, I liked the movie, I played the game, the GameCube one, not Ace in Action. I haven't played that one yet. But, I hear it's questionable. But whatever. This is one of Disney's most insane blunders ever made. It was destroyed by critics, it got smashed at the box office, yet, along with stuff like, along with everybody else, like, including remembering things from their youth, like Dora the Explorer, the Backyardigans, and Wonder Pets, all those childhood shows that you grew up with, Danny Phantom, this was another thing that they remembered watching as kids. And I am, unfortunately, one of the people who watched this as a kid. However, that doesn't mean there's a few things to talk about. For example, everyone's been pointing out the mean-spirited tone that this oh my god, I'm such a gamer, that this movie brings off. And you don't talk about that. Who cares about mean-spirited Disney? Apparently Doug Walker. But yeah, and Doug has talked about this film, so screw him for that. I'm sorry for telling you stuff like that, Doug. You're the only person that I know who's covered the Banana Splits movie, anyways. Aside from that, you guys really don't know any better. So that's why I'm gonna take it upon myself to explain, to the best of my ability, Chicken Little. We're gonna talk about it. We ain't popping it in because it's copyright. But whatever. So, how does the film start off? It starts off with Lion King. And then, well, actually, no, it starts out with one of the characters, I believe it's Chicken Little's dad, being like, how do we start this story? How about once upon a time? And then it's like, how many times have you heard that at the beginning of the story? And then it shows, and he's like, oh, wait, I got an idea. Here's how to open a movie. And then it shows the Lion King's sun rising, and he's just like, yeah, that one's been overdone. And then the book opens up, and he's like, oh, no. How many times have we seen the book open up? Close the book. We're not doing that. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go back to where it all began. And we, of course, see Chicken Little ringing the bell, saying, oh, the sky's falling. Oh, boy, sky's falling. Red alert, mayday. And the town panics, because the town is stupid, filled with a bunch of brainless fricks. But, yes, and for some strange reason, in a theater, they're watching Raiders of the Lost Ark. Keep in mind, Indiana Jones, in the future, you're going to be bought out by Disney. Lucasfilms is going to be bought out by Disney, and you're coming with them. And before you know it, the entire Indiana Jones quadrilogy is going to be on Disney+. So, yeah. And unfortunately, Chicken Little has a school life. So he goes to school with a bunch of people who bully him because he's the geek, he's the nerdy kid, the guy who wears glasses and whatnot. In fact, I was gonna show the cover, but he's wearing sunglasses on the cover and sunglasses on the back. But, however, he's wearing glasses on the disc, so you can't be talking to me right now. And of course we have a bunch of copyrighted tunes, by, the Cheetah Girls. Well, one of the main themes of the film is by Cheetah Girls, who you may know for making a horrible decom known as the Cheetah Girls. It's really terrible, but, it's totally whatever. So, we, of course, get to school, and it's gym class. So, you know what that means. Dodgeball. So the coach is like, alright, I don't want to hear any, whatever he says, or calculate doodle-doos when I say, dodgeball! And they all, of course, cheer, even though, despite not listening to the coach's rules, and they split up into two teams, popular versus unpopular, and they go head-to-head in a dodgeball game. And, of course, it ends off in trouble, and in a bunch of wacky shenanigans. And Chicken Little, of course, gets in trouble for setting off the fire alarm by accident. I don't even know how that's even comparable, but, whatever. And, of course, they talk about how, his dad and Chicken Little, talk about how he wants to start baseball, and his dad is a famous baseball player from the school that Chicken Little goes to, and he's just like, baseball? Son, we've talked about this. And they have a long conversation, dragging on until they get home and whatnot. So, naturally, he has to train to become the best. But the main bully of the movie, Foxy Loxy, is becoming the main star player and is completely making Chicken Little eat her dust. Might I add that Foxy Loxy is one of the more annoying characters in the movie, especially to me, because she thinks she's so cool and precious when in actuality she's not. But so the big game comes up, and the coach tells Chicken Little, "Don't swing," and he tries to swing, and eventually he does hit the homer and gets the winning point. And goes home singing "I am the," and he goes home singing "We Are the Champions" by Queen. Oh boy, we are gonna be here for quite some time. I'm telling you that much, dude. But he gets hit by this hexagonal thing in the sky, like this thing comes down as like a meteor, and he's like, bonk, and he gets knocked out, and he of course notices it's something that's an alien. He's just like, ah! And we cut to to his friends. I forgot their names. Runt, Fish Out of Water, and I forgot the duckling's name. Isn't it? She goes by Ugly Duckling, but that's kind of mean actually. Oof, the mean-spirited tone is already starting to shine. But I don't exactly remember her name. But then we cut to them doing karaoke to "Wannabe" by Spice Girls. Man, oh man, the soundtrack is already a win. Yeah. Aside from that, they get a call from Chicken Little, and they head to his house to find that the hexagonal thing is actually creating reflections of their face. So if they make a face like this on the thing, and it appears on the thing like that, it's a copy and paste thing. So, but of course, Fish has to be the curious frick, and decides to look what's on the bottom of the hexagon, and he presses this button, and for some reason he activates it as a Silver Surfer style hoverboard, and he decides to ride it because Fish is a, get it, because he's a fish, and fish are in surfers territory, so he's a surfer. I'll give you 1 second to let out a little whimper. Now let's move on. So of course they run after Fish because he's being taken captive for some reason. And he brought a glow stick, so they'll be able. And he brings the glow stick up. The hexagon goes to the sky. Do not ask the reason as to why it does that, but I digress. So man. My legs are really shaking because it's hard keeping a camera up like this. Plus, it's very cheap. But they head to the baseball field and discover that the hexagon actually summons a UFO, and so of course, Chicken Little, the girl duck, that's what I'm gonna refer to her, girl duck, and Runt go into the UFO, and of course discover a lot of alien stuff, and even to the point of Chicken Little discovering this orange thing, this orange alien baby, this orange alien kid or something like that. I don't know, but he grows 3 eyes and a mouth and 4 legs, and follows Chicken Little and the crew, and of course they get spotted by aliens. So yes. But Chicken Little, of course, wants to be the big star of attention, and he rings the bell again, calling the town, and, but he realizes if he does, he's gonna be like, wait, no one's gonna believe me, aren't they? Because nobody believes me. They didn't believe me the first time. Or whatever, how he talks, he's just like, what if nobody believes me? Or whatever. That was a terrible impression, but you get the idea. And his dad, of course, is not going to believe him because he's his dad. Dads aren't normally non-believable, but whatever. So of course he gets faked out, and of course his dad doesn't believe him. After that happens, everybody goes home thinking it was a complete false alarm. But we get to the climax of the film, or the more interesting part of the film. It's apparently the UFO the night that the UFO came and all the aliens, the UFO flew up into the sky and signaled a bunch of other UFOs. Oh, by the way, might I mention that the orange thing is Kirby? His name is Kirby. I smell a lawsuit coming from HAL Laboratory. But aside from that, of course, the invasion comes, and it starts to play another song. It's The End of the World as We Know It. I don't want to sing it because it's copyrighted, but nor do I want to play it because I can't play copyrighted music on this platform that we call YouTube. But yeah, of course, everybody panics, and Foxy Luxy attempts to fight back by throwing a pie at it, and she's just like, I did it. And then she gets zapped and she disappears. So basically, she's dead. Not really, but everybody starts disappearing by the disappearing laser beam. And apparently, Chicken Little and is like, it just runs towards the sea, and his dad's just like, son, wait for me, come back, get in the car. And he's like, no, Dad, I don't want to do that. I want to save the day. I want to be the hero. And so his father follows him into the town and enters this movie theater. And of course, the father discovers Kirby, who is the orange little nugget. The orange nugget. Oh boy, that's gonna be a racial slur in the future, or offensive term, whatever. And Chicken Little grabs Girl Duck, and he's just like, by the way, might I add that I always found her extremely attractive. And then they kiss, because we have to have our romance in a kids movie. Actually, that's kind of typical in a kids movie to have a romance. Whatever. So they grab a fire truck, and apparently, well, yeah, and they play another copyrighted song, I Will Survive, that song, and all that. So, and they come up with a plan C to enter the town hall, to get to the top of the town hall, to, of course, get in contact with the aliens. And they have to come up with the plan D to climb the millions of flights of stairs. And it does lead to some interesting parts. But unfortunately, they get zapped by the disappearing laser. And they realize that the place that they go to when they get hit by the disappearing laser is this empty void. And they, of course, meet with the Lord of the Aliens, or the person who trapped him there, who is actually the father of Kirby. I swear, everybody's gonna be like, what? Who's Kirby? The orange dude, the orange alien kid who got left behind by his father and his mother? I'm not talking about pink Kirby, the puffball or whatever. But, and of course, after they have a small chat, about, hey, we didn't mean to give you your distress signal. And we should know, because we are the citizens of Okie Oaks, or whatever it's called. Hokey Oaks. I don't know. But and fortunately, they listen to them, and everything goes back to normal. And Runt and Foxy Luxy fall in love. Okay, cool. And of course, they play another copyrighted song for the credits. And that's that. And of course, it's one of those credits where it's just, oh, actually, I forgot to mention the thing. Remember how if you watch this film enough, there's this advertisement at the beginning called "Crazy Little Chicken the Movie." Well, they made that film, but it's just called Chicken Little. I think that's what it's called, or whatever. And it's about it's a sci-fi film about a galactic group of people who are here to stop the evildoers. And it's, of course, Chicken Little, who is apparently named Ace now, and Fish is the commander, and Runt has his own ship, And Girl Duck, who I just figured out in my mind, I remembered her name just now. Her name is Abby, and she's the love interest of the film. And roll credits after that. They play Ain't No Mountain High Enough. That's Chicken Little for you. What can I say about this disaster piece? I could say that I can see why people hate it, you know, because it's the typical stupid childish stuff that Disney is known for. It's got a mean-spirited tone, very awkward stories, very somewhat annoying characters like Runt, even though I will admit he was a pretty humorous character. And just being all over the place. But you got to admit, guys, this is not a bad movie by any means. I'd actually say that Black Cauldron is worse than this, or even Mr. Magoo, the live-action version from 1997, also made by Disney, and Kid in King Arthur's Court, and Blank Check, and Maleficent, and all the other live-action remakes. They're worse than this. Well, that is if you count Beauty and the Beast LA remake, or Aladdin, which I hear both of those were pretty well received ish, but whatever. Aside from that, this is a fine film. This is a film for the brainless. It's like Space Jam 2. Turn your brain off while you're watching the film to have a fun time. This is one of the films that you need to turn your brain off to have a fun time. So yeah, I could recommend Chicken Little to those who want to see this frickin' chicken, go on an adventure to stop the evildoers, stop the aliens from taking over the world, and negotiate with them to stop taking over the world. It's stupid, but, you know, it's fun. Anyways, that's it for now. I'm sure this video is 21 minutes long, or actually it's 22 minutes. Jesus Christ. But, you know, whatever. I think it's a new record. I'm not sure. But, yeah, I will catch y'all in the next video. I hope this is what you wanted, a 22-minute video of me talking about Chicken Little. Whatever. Catch you guys later. Sayonara, peeps. Take care.